There we go. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the Make Me Believe podcast. I am your host,
Who doesn't have a name?
who does not have a name yet. Damn, already ruined it. Already ruined it. Um, please join us by the campfire as I tell my wonderful wife here, Kaylyn. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Some scary stories and the efforts of making her believe in the supernatural, paranormal, and anything that goes bump in the night.
Right now you can have a name.
Okay,
Um,
what is it?
your name is Adrian.
My name is Adrian.
Would
Hello.
you like to say hi?
I would.
You
Hello.
can't say hello before
I can't? Oh,
I
man.
say it. You want to say hi. Oh my gosh.
Okay, try it again.
Okay, your name's Adrian. Would you like to say hi?
Hi.
There you go. Especially because you said hi-low before.
Hi-lo.
I don't know if anybody heard that,
I
but
don't know.
I'm about to take this introduction away from you because it is. Oh boy, howdy.
It's always a trip.
Yeah.
I will say that. How you doing today?
I'm cold.
You're cold.
I'm cold.
Does the giant ass winter storm that is blowing through Texas have anything to do with it?
100%.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
I'm also cold on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's let's get you some soup, I guess.
No, I don't have a heart.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
the rumor anyway.
That's I heard a rumor. All right. Well, I'm gonna
Anyway.
anyway, let's segue away from that. So you're cold.
More
don't,
cowbell.
don't start. No, that's the last thing we need is the Christopher Walken impression.
You just said I heard a rumor.
I heard
And
a
that's
rumor.
is that not from the Saturday Night Live cowbell skit?
No, that one is not.
That's what it sounded like.
And, Christopher Walken runs deep.
So I'm just saying, it's what it sounded like.
We're not doing it.
I'm gonna listen to it when we're all done.
Yes, me too. We'll watch the whole clip.
More cowbell. Anyway, yeah, it's cold out here. And what's the temperature here? I don't even know where my phone is.
Last I saw it was 17 degrees.
Oh, that went down.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, the low is gonna be 13.
Mm.
And the high today was 21. So,
Okay.
But everybody in this freaking state is freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're rushing to the store. They're getting all the bread, all the milk, all that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
Snowmageddon in 2026.
Yeah, we had to get milk anyway, so I got it on Wednesday because we were almost out.
As we are.
And I usually have to get milk because I do a grocery run every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I usually have to get milk once every week.
Yeah. That makes sense.
When my mom was like, "Yeah, I have to go get milk or I have to go get bread," and she goes, "Not because we're crazy, but because this is our time to go get bread." And I was like, if I run out of bread, I'm just gonna make more. I have all the things to make my own bread.
You do.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll just do that.
Why not?
And so that's what we can do.
Oh, wait, hold on before you start.
Oh dear.
Hi, hello, welcome back to The Haunted Oven. It's the podcast where we talk about the stuff that we can make and scary stories, apparently, all in the efforts of, you know what? I don't know why we could do the Haunted Oven. I think it's just because I'm bored.
Probably.
I don't know. There's a lot that's going on today. I can't seem to get my thoughts in a nice, coherent line. They're it's not happening. I recorded with Connor this morning, and he could tell you I was all over the place. I started at least 4. I was like it was 3 or 4 trains. And, like I started talking, and then I lost where I was going with it, and I was like, I have no idea what I was saying. All right, move on.
I'm used to that.
Yeah, are you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do I do that a lot?
A lot.
A lot?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
It's hilarious.
I
No, but we're not freaking out. Like we didn't go into that panic mode. I went grocery shopping the week before because that was my time frame. So I'm like, I'm not worried about any of it.
No, we weren't.
And we seem to be on some sort of fantastic whatever power grid we're on. I think is part of an emergency power grid. So what was it, 2021 or something like when?
When everybody lost their power
Yeah.
except for us.
Yeah, we didn't lose anything.
Yeah, we were golden.
We follow all of the
Knock
rules
on wood.
with
Hold on.
the. Yep, knocking on wood.
There you
We
go.
follow all the rules with the pipes, and we wrapped everything up. Then we have the doors open. We have it in a steady stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do all the things. So we didn't have any pipes burst. We didn't lose power. And then this year, same thing. Apparently, this year though, the likelihood of losing power is very, very low.
No,
I
there's
saw
that.
that on the news, and then it's just pipes, but we wrapped everything again.
Now we're just staying warm. We were doing a really good job at staying warm, and then I decided
Yeah, 'cause
that
you're a
I needed
bonehead.
that I needed to get out of the house. I needed an energy drink, and there's a gas station for what, like half a mile away.
Maybe. I don't
Yes.
know if it's that far, but
I don't
It's
know.
a-
It's a
it's a good little stretch of the legs.
Yeah, it's a decent distance. And so me and the kids, we went on a walk.
I was like, I'm not going outside. Yeah.
Yeah, went on the walk. Went on a walk. Went to the gas station. Came on back. We ran into a one of the kids that I used to coach in baseball.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But other than that, here we are.
Mhm. Yeah, we're just chilling like villains.
Mm-hmm.
Got a
Star
fire
Wars,
going in the fireplace.
Star Wars marathon.
It is okay. So
Listen to
this
this
is-
dweeb.
this is how upset I was earlier. So any person who knows Star Wars and loves Star Wars, and I know there's like so much debate about the prequels sucking, but then everybody who hates on the prequels agrees that these three newest ones suck.
Yes.
I hate them, but I don't hate the prequels, and I don't hate the originals.
No. So you're
I
talking about
just-
7, 8, and 9.
I hate 7, 8, 9. I think that that's just money hungry, blah blah blah, and
yeah.
then all this crap with Ray and all this. Oh, me woman,
But
hear me roar.
Daisy
crap.
Ridley is a fantastic actress.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I just don't like the storyline.
No,
and I'd
no.
like to read the books.
And Adam
to
Driver.
see-
Diver?
There was so. Listen, okay, new soapbox. This phony baloney crap of I have to finish what my grandfather started. Fool, he finished it.
He did.
He finished it in 6. You need to calm down. You need to sit down and maybe read some history, okay? Because
That
when
hurt.
he threw, I'm sorry, it was loud. When he threw Palpatine over the edge,
Uh-huh.
he brought balance back to the Force.
He
I don't
did.
understand. What are you gonna finish?
It was a good ending.
What are
And
you?
it was totally fine how it was.
There's nothing for you to finish, you moron. He finished it. Sit
Listen,
down and be quiet. Maybe quit acting like a little whiner baby because you didn't get whatever you wanted from mommy and daddy, and just shut up. This is why we don't watch these three, because I get a little angry.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So anyway, but listen, as you know, if you know, you know. Episode 4, A New Hope,
Mm-hmm.
originally was not called A New Hope, by the way. It was just called Star Wars.
We're just
But anyway, that one is considered the first movie, but the 4th book.
yes.
So then when Phantom Menace came out, that's technically considered the 4th movie, but the 1st book.
Yes.
And so you have this struggle of which one do you watch first? Do you watch the first one first, or do you watch the 4th one first because it's the first one but not, So I came in and I asked Adrian, I said, which one should I watch first? And he said to watch Phantom Menace first. And I said, okay, well, I'm wondering how George Lucas intended for this to be watched, because this is the man who's done this to the rest of the world. So I looked it up. And he did. And he says you watch it in chronological order. All right. Creator, I will listen to you. I got it.
Okay.
So I click that up on Disney Plus, and
Mhm.
I click Phantom Menace, and it pops up. And when it shows up there, it's got Anakin in his helmet sitting in his pod racer.
Yeah.
Well, the little one is sitting next to me, and he goes, "Oh, Kid Luke." And I was like, "What? What did you just say?" And he goes, "I don't know." And I was like, "No. Did you just say Kid Luke?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I just walked away from him. I came in here and I told Adrian, but I was in such a frazzled state of just disbelief at the audacity of the things that came out of that small human's mouth that I said, he's sitting in his little speeder. Granted, it does speed around, but it's not called that. It's a pod racer. So I needed to set the record straight that I know what it's called. I was just so blown away by Kid Luke that my whole life was like, wait, what? What just happened here? No, that's his dad. Try again.
All right.
Listen.
Okay. We're all right. Me and Connor will eventually talk about the Star Wars movies, and I, by all means, get on your soapbox there. But I'm gonna go ahead and break you off and
I'm
remind
done
you,
now.
remind you, hey, this is a scary story podcast.
Yeah, but you know what? We're trapped in a house,
We are. This is misery all over again.
and the energy
Oh my
level
goodness, you're Kathy Bates.
with sweet, the energy level with especially the little one this morning, I was like, no, I'm not
He's
leaving my room.
all over the place. Oh, back to the haunted oven.
Yeah.
I made eggs.
Oh, you did.
I made a sunny side egg for the first time in probably about a decade, and it was phenomenal.
You know what you should do?
What?
So I think I'm gonna make biscuits and gravy for dinner tonight.
Mm.
Maybe. I don't know. I may also make the crab mac and cheese. Who knows?
Mm.
But anyway, I'm also considering.
Two widely different things.
I know, aren't they? I'm also considering making crescent rolls.
Ooh.
But those wouldn't be, you couldn't make those until tomorrow.
Mm.
But what we should do is we should just make crescent rolls.
Mhm.
And then when I bake them tomorrow, you make eggs, cook up some bacon, and then we make those delicious sandwiches that your mom made for me when I
yeah.
was there. Like, I was not expecting that egg to be runny, and it scared the ever living crap out of me because I don't eat my eggs that way.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, when I bit into it, it scared me. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to eat this. And then I finished chewing it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is freaking amazing.
There you
I
go.
was really sad when it was gone.
See, I told you, a runny egg on a sandwich is so fantastic.
But it belonged on that one. It does not belong on a hamburger.
It belongs on a burger.
No, it does not.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So it goes
Oh my
bun,
gosh.
patty, cheese, egg, bacon, boom. Bread.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's like the perfect. That's
You're
the perfect
insane.
burger.
No. But
Yes.
I want to recreate the deliciousness that your mom made for me because that was friggin' fantastic.
Luis, I know you're listening. Go ahead and pass that message along. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
are you ready to get into the spooks?
No.
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 Too bad.
How many stories do you have for me today?
I have 2, possibly 3.
What? Why is there a question mark there with the third one?
I don't know. I both of them are kind of short.
Okay.
And so I was thinking about adding the third, but we seem to be getting into this nice little, I don't know, witty banter. And
Well, we've had a crappy week, so.
we've had a very long week, and it was very crappy. And here we are, finally able to talk and record.
Anyway, so you have potentially 3 stories for me.
Potentially.
And this is the question mark up in the air of when you're going to tell or if you're going to tell that one.
Yes.
But these first 2 are shorts.
Yes.
They're little baby ones.
Mhm.
No longies today.
No longies.
You've only had like a week and a half to figure this out.
Yeah, I know.
just, you've gone with these.
I was going to see how our banter was working out that day. 'Cause there's definitely days where both of us are a little tired, and we just kind of get right into it. Today we've been moving and grooving,
That's because I've been watching Star Wars and I'm in.
getting ramped up.
You're making fun of me though. Listen, before he tells these stories, because I'm mad now. He done got me on it again. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Always have been. And it started when I was 12 and we moved here because I hated this place. And so Star Wars was my escape. Albertsons used to have a video rental store in there.
Yeah.
They don't anymore. But the one by our house had it. And so they had Star Wars Episode 2.
Mhm.
And that one was my favorite because Hayden Christensen was my first celebrity crush. Like, I was in love with him.
I can see that. Yeah.
And I loved Episode 2. I loved the storyline. I loved all of it. And so I would go up there. I would rent it. And I was obsessed with it. Well, it got to the point that I had everything memorized. I had the intro memorized. I could read all of that you read there at the beginning that explains what's going on. I had that whole thing memorized. I had the entire movie memorized, alien languages memorized. I could play the movie in my head. And I can't do it now without watching it, but I can say the lines with them as they're saying them. And so I wasn't saying it out loud. I was just mouthing it along with it. And he's sitting over there laughing at me and calling me a dweeb and a dork and a nerd. And I just think he's so rude.
Watching the movie sitting right by you, and then I could see movement in my peripheral vision. And I'm like, what the hell's moving? And I look, and it's your mouth. And you're just mouthing the words. And then there's times where I'm like, okay, if I turn my head a little bit more, I won't see it. And then there's times where you don't I don't think you know, but you are actually speaking the words very low.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And I look over there and you're just mouth and you're now speaking the same
I will
dialogue.
always do that for scene 39 and 40.
Oh dear.
Because those are like
Yeah.
two of my favorite scenes in the whole. Well, they call them chapters. They don't call them scenes, but chapters 39 and 40 are my favorite, and so I always say those low.
Yeah.
But he was making fun of me and laughing at me because I have it there.
You dork.
But if anybody wants to go onto, I think it's channel 4 here in DFW, the news station. I did an interview back in 2006, and I think it's been the video of it has been archived, and I haven't been able to find it. So if anybody wants to try to find that, that would be great because I would love to see that video again.
No.
That is from 2006, in the summer of 2006.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was awesome. They had a Star Wars exhibit out here. It was such a blast. Anyway, so you have the stories for me because you've been mean to me all day.
Uh-huh.
So I just wanted the people to know.
Okay.
Anyway, so are these stories going to end properly, or are you going to be mean continuously through the whole day?
Sure.
That's rude.
I know, right? I'll get you a proper ending sometime. Maybe even today. We'll see. Tune in.
Okay, Adrian.
Creepy ass voice.
Okay,
right.
Adrian. So you're going to tell me some stories today, Adrian.
Yeah, listen, I will turn your mic off.
That wouldn't be very nice, Adrian.
No. Very uncomfortable now. Okay, all
I
right.
just want to play.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Bring it on.
Oh my. Okay, this story is titled My Encounter. It is by Reddit user GreenHost1985. So stop and bring way before no. Okay, sorry. Bowling for soup? No. Okay,
What?
just me. What? Don't worry about it. Does anyone here believe in cryptids? I believe me and my friends seen what would be called Dogman. We were driving down very rural roads here in Montana looking for his phone he lost a few days earlier. Now, he was drunk when he called me to ask for help, and I had a few beers, but I wasn't drunk. So I thought I'd help him. These roads were very rural, hardly any traffic except a few locals. We followed his supposed route looking for the phone he said he lost when he got out to piss and fell down. Followed these roads for 30 miles or so, then turned back. The sun was starting to set, so it's getting pretty dusky outside. Is that a word? I don't think it is, but I'm going with it. I'm still half-heartedly looking for his phone near the ditch of the road. There were a few times I thought I've seen something that could be a phone, so I stopped and have him check it out. Nope, not a phone. Well, about 15 miles back to town, so about 15 miles more to go. It's damn near dark out. I have the high beams on, and I could see a figure crossing the road about 30 to 40 yards ahead of us, and it's huge. At first I think elk. That would be the most common. But it's not moving like an elk. Then I think moose. They are kind of gangly looking, so move kind of weird. But they were rarely seen in my area. It has happened, but very rarely. So now I'm thinking bear. It does kind of move like a bear, but it's much too big to be a black bear. Grizzlies are almost unheard of in this part of the state. It has happened, but it's extremely rare. So I'm thinking this is a very, very cool experience. But then this thing does something that just blows my fucking mind. Keep in mind, all this is happening really fast, so my mind is trying to explain logical reasons to myself while this thing lumbers across the road. When I say lumber, I don't mean it's clumsy. It moves in a very methodical and very fluid motion. This damn thing gets to the edge of the road, stands up on two legs, and walks into the ditch like a person would. Once again, very fluid like. I've seen bears walk on two legs. There is even a bear in Colorado somewhere that does this all the time, and it looks pretty creepy to be honest. But this was not a bear. I repeat, this was not a bear. At least one that I've ever seen. It could have been the height or taller than a grizzly standing on its hind legs, but from my estimations, it would have to have been quite a bit taller for what it did next. It walked down into the ditch and up the other side and casually walked over the 4.5 foot tall fence like we would walk over a short picket fence for a garden. And then it walked over said fence. It stared back at us. I could clearly see the side profile of its head as it would turn to look at us. It looked nothing like a bear. It looked like a fucking wolf head, except 2 to 3 times as large. The arms were way too long to be a bear, and not as much fur, or girth that looks like fur, I guess. I could swear I see long fingers with claws at the end of each arm. The way it moved, it looked over at us, and the way it looked screamed werewolf to me. I've never seen anything like it, but I hope to see it again. I wasn't really scared seeing it. I wasn't even scared after the fact. It just seemed like an extremely rare and unique experience. But the way it moved into the ditch and crossed the fence screamed to me this is not an animal that is a quadruped. This is a very unique animal. After it was all over and it disappeared into the darkness on the other side of the fence, my friend looked at me and asked if I had seen that. I said yes. Explain to me what you've seen. He did, and it was almost the exact description of what I had seen as well. I asked him what his thought of it was, and he said these are his words, not mine. Werewolf. And then chuckled a bit. But that was my exact thought as well. I did some research, and there have been many sightings and such over the world. There are even quite a few in the U.S. as such. To the first sighting or actual documented sighting of werewolf was in Minnesota, I believe. Then they didn't call it a werewolf, but a dogman. And I firmly believe that I have seen one. Like I said, I wasn't scared. It didn't seem malevolent in any way. It just going about its business. If anything, when it looked at us, it seemed curious. Anyways, this is my story. I really don't think anyone will believe it, but I thought I'd share it with my favorite community. I know this isn't like the stories I usually share, but I just wanted to share it, and thank you guys for reading. Take care. Love you guys. The end. Dogman. Listen, the kids read that book. They have read that book for years.
I have so many things I'm gonna say.
Is this gonna be an unedited?
No, but the first thing that just that popped into my head was because every time he kept saying, "Oh, they're not really in this area," I was like, "Oh, I guess coyotes are here after all." It's the first thing that popped into my head. I was like, "This."
Make sure your brother's okay.
I'm still pissed off. Still pissed off about that one.
Okay, Dogman.
Yeah, the first thing that did pop into my head as soon as you said that was the literal book, Dogman.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
And and I was sitting with this story. Like I've sat on this story for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it popped in my head. Like whenever I read Dogman, I was like, "What the hell is that?" Did a little bit of research on it. Yeah, essentially like a werewolf. But all I could picture was the damn cartoon, or is the illustrated book? Yeah,
little police outfit.
Yeah, and a little police outfit.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I was like, "Okay, let's take away the outfit, and then you got this dog kind of man, and then I
Yeah,
was like,
because he has
okay,
the
let's make it a
body
little
of
bit
a
scarier.
man.
Yeah, let's make it a little bit scarier, and make the fur kind of mangled. And there's just it. I created in my head something really creepy from
Hmm.
the Dogman sketches that I've seen in the books, and now it's a movie.
One thing that I don't like that Hollywood has done is they've taken what a werewolf, quote unquote, is supposed to look like.
Hmm.
Like you have these different descriptions, and they're always this very creepy humanoid wolf mix,
Yeah.
which is, the way that it's always been described has been that way. And then they've now just turned it into where they just basically turn into a wolf. And it could be a regular wolf size or it's a giant wolf. But there's
Twilight.
nothing resembling human. Yeah. There's nothing resembling a human there.
Okay.
And I like to go back to the werewolves from Underworld. I
Yeah.
think those were some good werewolves.
The lichens.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That was, yep. I want to watch that movie, by the way.
Mm.
If you guys ever do that on the Chills and Thrills, I'll watch those with you.
Okay. Connor has also talked about bringing you on for a couple episodes,
Oh.
and he actually would not mind being on this podcast as well.
All right, bring it on. Let's go. Yeah, none of that's real. It's, to me, both of y'all were drunk, so y'all just be seeing shit.
This was after the fact of being drunk. Thought they went back for it. Nope, they were still buzzed. Never mind.
Yep,
Never mind.
I've
Read the story like 12 times.
But also it's interesting because I think that a lot of the time when you see something at first,
Mm-hmm.
because you saw it at a little distance away,
Yeah.
and it looked a little funky. Personally, I picture this small town, right? It's kind of like
Okay.
a small. So you have people that are bored.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean, I know people that would have gotten dressed up in some weird costume to go freak people out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was kind of what popped into my head.
Why'd you look at me while I was saying that?
Because you would do something like that. But like, I had just seen a video the other day. It was somebody who was talking about their sister's wedding.
Uh-huh.
They were getting married. I don't know if it was at a wedding place that was a ranch or if it was just a family member's ranch or something. But behind them in this field,
Mm-hmm.
it looked like a cow was out there. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't a cow.
What was
It was a human dressed as a furry out there. And then they got up from pretending to be a cow and then started videoing this person's wedding.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what also popped into my head was just like a bored teenager. But on some let me get on some stilts and go. That's what happened in my head.
Oh my goodness. You gotta find that video. You gotta find that video.
Okay. I used to work with one.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That's when I unfortunately learned what it was, and I was like, I don't want to know this ever in my life.
Little Diglett.
Yeah, it was a little disturbing.
Yeah. Super funny. Not kink shaming at all on that one. You like what you like. Got no beef with that. I personally just think it's hilarious. The suits, like the $1,000 suits, I'm completely just not enamored, but I'm blown away at them. And I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Listen.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, the person that I worked with was one of those people.
Yes.
Like he lived at home.
Yeah.
He would.
That's where typically people
most
live.
of them do.
Yeah.
No. He lived at home with his mom.
Oh, okay.
He still lived with his mother.
Okay.
And he didn't drive.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't allowed to drive. He had his driver's license suspended. So, another coworker sometimes would pick him up and bring him to work and everything. But then it was that coworker and the GM who would take him to these conventions.
Oh my goodness.
And sometimes he wouldn't have like the head, but he
Yeah.
would have the suit in his
Oh.
backpack. He would just bring it with him. And I'm like, I don't listen. You're nice. You're a little weird. Just in general,
Uh-huh.
he had a weird personality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know these things. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me. I don't need to know this.
Some interesting people out there, I will say.
I was also informed there by somebody else that they didn't like the phone case that I had on my phone when I would put it in my pocket because it brought attention to my butt.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you don't have to look. You work in the back anyway. I'm in the front. Why are you coming around to look at my butt?
It's right there.
It pissed me off.
I mean,
was
have
like,
you seen your butt?
I just told him, I was like, I don't care. Don't look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like, I guess he just thought I was going to be like, I use my phone.
Yeah. Some people. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so that's
kind of even weirder than the furry.
Right? So that's what like originally popped into my head. I was like, I could see it being a bear. The moose.
A bear?
Oh my gosh.
It's a bear.
The moose, I was like, maybe, but I feel like you would have kind of seen something that resembled his antlers.
Well, I mean, there's female that don't have the antlers.
Well, no one ever sees those. You don't know what a moose looks like without antlers. Nobody knows what a moose looks like without antlers.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what it looks like without antlers.
I do know what
you do not. Don't lie to me. And besides, just like the coyotes, they're not really in that area. Cowboy baby. Hate
you. Beautiful story. I want to read more of his stuff.
I don't.
Please end it the same way.
No.
Just for her reaction.
Nope. Although my father-in-law did get a kick out of the unedited version of it.
Oh yeah. We just had we had your birthday dinner, out with some family and friends, and that's when my stepdad Luis, he's like, I had to listen to it twice.
I was so mad. I thought about editing just like that story, and I was like, nope, screw it. We can put the whole thing on there. Nope. Anyway, so back to this other story.
Okay, go for
it. My first thought was, I could see a bear, I could see all those other things, but then the fact that it could step over a fence, I was like, well, I mean, you could do that. And then turning and looking, like in these quote unquote true stories of cryptids, they usually do things to freak people out or to scare people, or if they come in contact with a human. And they don't go searching them out. But I don't know. I just don't see one turning around going, oh, I'm curious as to what you are. I see one turning around and then trying to chase you. You're in its space. You're in its habitat, or whatever it is you want to call it. It's territory.
Listen,
I just feel like
I've run into many wild animals out at the ranch, and just in like big parks. I'd go hiking, and then I would see like a deer.
You saw a snake once at Samson Park.
I did.
Looked like a flippin' alligator in a tree.
Yeah, that thing was awesome.
Oh no.
But anyway, and I've seen it, and they stop what they're doing. They look at you. You look at it, and you're like, okay, what's gonna happen here? And then just turn and walk away.
That's an animal. This is supernatural entity.
I'm sorry, a cryptid is an animal.
But it's a supernatural entity.
Okay, all right.
I just don't feel like that plays.
I don't think it's supernatural. I think it's more paranormal.
I think it's fake.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I think it was honestly, it feels like a bored teenager in some stilts. Just wanting to screw around with people.
Just straight up brick wall here.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have to get into some more cryptid stories. Oh, so sad.
Whatever.
Are you ready for the next one?
Is that one like scary?
We'll see.
Because I'm kind of like in the mood for something scary, you know?
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've been watching Star Wars. Star Wars isn't scary. To me, it's fun and light. And
I don't think Star Wars was ever scary.
Although I do have a question.
Okay, go for it.
At the end of episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
At
the very
where it got super scary. Yeah.
Shut the. At the end, like the end of the credits, like the last two
yeah.
frames.
Damn, dog.
Dang, dog. It gave a Darth Vader breathing sound. And I don't ever remember hearing that because I watch movies to the end of the credits,
Mm-hmm.
much to your annoyance.
Yeah, and I looked at you too. I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, so is that, I mean,
We're going to have to
Mom, ask Dad.
plug it.
Dad doesn't listen.
Dust off the old VHS player.
Well, no, Dad might remember.
Okay, yeah.
If not, no, seriously, you think I don't have probably the VHS of that
I've
movie?
seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah,
You have
so
it.
I think I have.
Yes, you have the first one.
Do I?
Yes, I've seen it.
Oh,
It's in one of the boxes,
the boxes.
the bins, whatever, where all the freaking VHS players.
Oh,
the
okay.
VHS tapes are.
Well, and I would have the DVD. They wouldn't have. They make changes and then they just upload it onto
Yes.
the streaming ones,
Yeah, I know.
which pisses me off. But
You got to go VHS.
You could also go DVD. They weren't changing all that stuff.
VHS.
I also own episode 4, the theatrical version. I have
Uh-huh.
a DVD in this that's a theatrical version, and then the remastered one that he re-released the way he wanted it to look, but didn't have the
Dork.
technology to do. Back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
God, I didn't know you were going to get some movie trivia this time either.
okay. Are you ready for the next story?
Bring it on.
Okay. This next story is titled I Hear Knocking Whenever It's Nighttime by Spare Marketing 7003. It was an old rental house, the kind where the floors creak no matter how careful you walked. Marissa had only lived there a week when the knocking started. The first night, it came at the front door. Knock, knock, knock. She peeked through the blinds. Nobody. Just the empty street lit by a single flickering lamp. The second night, the knocking came again, only louder. When she checked the door this time, it stopped. But the moment she turned away, it started up at the back door. Same rhythm, same measured pace. Knock, knock, knock. By the third night, Marissa stopped looking. She stayed in bed, blankets pulled up to her chin, trying to convince herself it was some neighborhood kid playing a prank. But at 3:17 a.m., the knocking didn't come from the doors. It came from inside the house. The walls, the closet, the attic hatch above the bed. Always 3 knocks, patient and steady. She called the landlord the next morning, half embarrassed, half terrified. She was quiet for a long moment, then finally said, You've been hearing it too?
Oh, no.
He told her the story. The last tenant had died in the house. No foul play, no break-in. They just stopped living. Found sitting upright in the bed, as though they were waiting for someone to come in. The neighbors swore they used to hear knocking too, always at night. Marissa tried to brush it off as superstition, but that night, when the knocking returned, she whispered out loud, What do you want?
Don't do that.
For the first time, it answered. Not in words, but in 4 slow, deliberate knocks from inside the bedroom door.
Nope, absolutely not.
The end.
That's some bullshit. She's an idiot. Rule number 1.
Rule number 1.
You don't speak to whatever it is.
Mm-mm.
Rule number 2.
Okay.
If you break rule number 1 because you're a dumbass, you don't ask these questions in your bedroom.
Mm-mm.
You can ask this shit if you want to break the rules in the living room.
Yeah.
Not the kitchen.
Not the kitchen.
Kitchen has knives.
Correct.
Not the basement, because we all know what happens in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go to the attic, because that's just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe avoid the bathroom, but you could potentially if it's not one you use often.
Okay.
Living room's your only option.
Okay. So
or don't do it at all, you moron.
So that one was a nice little short, very short story.
It's a load of crap.
I had a.
I'm displeased with this.
If I'm not mistaken, there was an audible gasp in there. Rewind the tapes. It answered. Thank you. Yes, there was.
You know, I miss the days when I was a hard ass. Can I go back to those?
Can you just go back to those?
Yeah.
No.
Just go back to 19-year-old me.
No.
That'd be great.
So.
No.
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 That was dumb. Just speaking to it, moron. Broke all the rules.
Broke all the rules.
You deserve what's coming to you.
Aw.
Imbecile. Probably coyote, too. That guy.
That's great.
I hope he gets chased by a coyote.
Okay,
mad.
so that was a super short, very creepy story. You asked for a scary one. I think I delivered on that one.
It's
very unsettling.
I don't like that. So why 4? Like, what did that say? What were you saying with 4? Why'd you switch from 3 to 4? What happened there? What was the point of that? Why'd you do it inside the room? Why not next to the bed? Why not outside the door? Why not on the window? Why? I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of questions.
There's a lot of questions there.
Also, I'm wondering what state they were in, because if it was full disclosure, they didn't disclose that. Although, do you have to if it's rental?
Oh, you have a good... Oh, do you have to? Any realtors out there? Please reach out. I'm very curious about that.
Yeah. Because Texas is a disclosure state.
Yes.
And I know when you're buying, you have to disclose, which is why that house down the street still hasn't sold.
Yeah.
But
the murder house.
It was not a murder house.
Okay. It was a fuck around and find out house.
That's... Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Our neighborhood's interesting.
At least they got rid of the myth den.
They did, yes.
Yeah.
Just before we moved in.
Was that the PD?
I don't know. Maybe.
Anyway.
Anywho. So.
Yeah.
So.
That's probably about the biggest, according to the neighbor, it was like the biggest thing that had happened here ever.
Yeah.
So they got rid of that, and now we're all golden now. They're like, no, we're getting rid of this. We're done.
Okay. So, I feel like we have time for another story.
Oh, you mean our banter isn't enough?
Well, the last story was it's very short, and our banter is short on that one, as I would have guessed. But
I can make it longer. Call a few more names.
No, I think we're good. Do you not want to hear another scary story?
You don't like it when I call people names.
No, I feel a little bad.
You shouldn't. They knew what they were getting into when they wrote the story.
Everyone's a critic.
Yeah. Isn't that the whole point of this? Is to try to get me to believe in it?
This is true.
And then people make stupid-ass decisions, and I need to tell them that was a stupid-ass decision.
Not everybody makes smart decisions.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, we know quite a few people that have not made smart decisions.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes.
2 of them live in this house.
Okay. Are you ready for another?
Oh, dear heavens.
It's been a while since I read 3.
Is this a longy, short?
Go medium.
Medium?
Yeah, let's go medium.
Okay. All right. Is this going to end properly, or are you going to be a cruel SOB?
Oh, I had that information and I lost it. I wrote it down somewhere, but it's gone. So, are you ready?
Not if you're going to be mean, Adrian.
Stop it with the voice. It's
Why?
creepy.
We just want to play.
Oh, no.
Won't you come and play with us? Please, Adrian.
Chill straight down the spine.
We just love you.
Uh-huh. I don't
Do you want to make us upset,
No,
Adrian?
please. Listen. There's an ongoing fire.
Adrian, don't make us angry.
Oh. All right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with this story. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
Ah. Ugh. Okay. What kind of demonic laugh was that?
You don't like our laugh, Adrian?
Shut your mouth. Okay. So
you asked us a question.
this story is titled "It Was Mimicking Her"
Oh shit! Nope, I'm out. Let's go home.
by Reddit user Adventurous Soup 9427. I love the usernames here. It's so great.
It sounds familiar.
No, I've never read one from this one. In the flat sprawl of eastern Texas, where the highways carve straight lines through the endless fields of cotton and sorghum, there is a stretch of road they call the Echo Mile. It wasn't always called that. Back in the 70s, it was just Farmed Market Road 142. A two-lane blacktop linking the dying town of Harrow's Bend to the interstate. But the names change when things happen that people can't explain. Or won't. The story goes, and it's always told in whispers at the diner's counter, or over the fence line at dusk, that the Echo Mile got its name from the way sound bounces back at you there. Not like a real echo, mind you. Not the sharp rebound off a canyon wall. This is slower. Deliberate. Like the world is listening, then repeating what it heard, but with something extra slipped in. A breath. A sigh. A word that wasn't yours. Folks avoid driving it after dark. Truckers take the detour through Beaumont, adding 20 miles just to skip those 9. The locals know better. But Sarah Klein didn't. She was new to Harrow's Bend, fresh off a bad divorce in Austin, chasing a job at the feed mill that promised quiet and solitude. Her beat-up Corolla ate up the miles without complaint, and the Echo Mile was the quickest way home from her evening shift. It started small, the way these things do, subtle enough to dismiss as fatigue or imagination. Her first night on the job, Sarah cranked the radio to drown out the silence. Static hissed through the speakers as she crossed the mile marker where the fields gave way to a thin strip of woods, scraggly oaks and yawpons twisted by years of coastal winds. The signal faded as it always did there. But this time, instead of white noise, she heard a faint mimicry. Her own voice humming the chorus of an old country song she had been singing along to moments before, but off-key, stretched, like it was coming from a throat too long for the notes. She laughed it off. Wind playing tricks, she muttered. Twisting the dials, the humming stopped. But in the rear-view mirror, just for a second, she thought she saw something in the back seat. A silhouette.
Nope.
Tall, hunched, gone when she blinked. The next evening, it was words. Sarah had called her sister on the drive, venting about the mill's foreman and the endless lectures. He's got this way of staring like he's judged every breath I take, she said, hanging up as she hit the Echo Mile. The phone went silent. Then from the speakers, no radio on at this time, her voice again, judging every breath. A pause, then softer. I take. She slammed on the brakes, heart pounding. The car fishtailed on the loose gravel shoulder. Nothing behind her. Nothing ahead but empty roads under a bruised sky. She checked the Bluetooth. Off. Phone in her bag. Hello? She called out, feeling foolish. No answer. Just the crickets starting their nightly chorus. That night, in her rented trailer on the edge of town, Sarah dreamed of echoes. Not sounds, but shapes. A figure standing at the foot of her bed, neck elongated like a giraffe's but pale and veined, head tilted as if listening to her bleat breath. It didn't move, didn't speak, just waited. When she woke, sweating, the window was open. She swore she latched it. By the third night, she started noticing the mimic in the mirrors. It was in the side view first, a flicker. Her face, but not quite. The eyes were hers, hazel, tired, but the jaw hung lower, slacked, like it was practicing how to form words. She adjusted the mirror, and it was gone. But on the drive, every pothole jolted seemed to bring it back, closer each time. By the time she reached the woods, it was in the rear view, sitting in the back seat. Not fully formed, just an outline. Limbs too long, folded awkwardly against the upholstery, as if the car wasn't built for something that tall.
Nope.
Sarah didn't stop. She floored it, blasting through the mile at 70, tires screaming on the curves. The shape didn't react. It just echoed her. When she gripped the wheel tighter, it did too. When she glanced back, its head turned in perfect sync, neck craning impossibly to meet her gaze. At home, she barricaded the doors, called her ex, even though she hated him. "I'm losing it," she said. He laughed, called it stress. "Get some sleep, Sarah." But sleep didn't come. Instead, she scrolled through her phone, searching for Echo Road, Texas legends. Forum posts popped up, old ones, from the sites like Reddit's No Sleep, and some defunct paranormal boards. Stories from the 80s about truckers hearing their CB chatter repeated back hours later. A farmer in 92 who swore he saw his dead wife's face in the fog, mouthing words he'd said at her funeral. And one anonymous post from 2015. "It's not an echo. It's learning. Give it time and it'll be you." She slammed the laptop shut. The mill shifts blurred into a haze. Coworkers noticed her jumpiness. "You take an echo mile?" Mr. Harlan asked one afternoon, eyeing her over his coffee. He was a town historian, or so he claimed. Knew every flood, every crop failure, every disappearance. Sarah nodded. He leaned in, voice low. "Used to be an old radio tower over there, back in the war. Experimental stuff. Folks say it picked up signals from nowhere. Voices that weren't human. Tower's gone now, but something lingers. Waiting for a voice to latch onto. Don't talk to it, girl. Don't give it permission." Permission. The word stuck in her throat like dust. That night, she tried silence. No radio, no phone, just the hum of tires on asphalt. The woods loomed, shadows stretching like fingers across the road. Halfway through, the car sputtered. Lights dimmed. Engine coughed and died. She coasted to the shoulder, hearing in her ears. Heart in her ears. Tried the keys. Nothing. Dead battery? But the dash clock glowed steady. 11:11. Then from the vents, not the speakers, a whisper. Her whisper. "Don't give it permission." She froze. The shape was there now, not in the mirror, but beside her. Passenger seat, taller than before. Neck arched against the roof, Body a pale, elongated mass of limbs and torso, skin like stretched canvas over bone that didn't match human anatomy. It wore no clothes, but its form echoed hers. Same curve of the shoulder, same freckles on the arm, but distorted, pulled thin. Its head turned slowly, facing a blank oval at first, then features blooming like ink in the water. Her nose, her mouth, her eyes, but the mouth was wrong, too wide. Lips parted in a perpetual, almost smile. What are you?
Don't talk to it.
Sarah breathed before she could stop herself. The mouth moved, her voice but deeper resonant. What are you? It waited, patient, not aggressive, just expectant, like a child mimicking a parent waiting for approval. She fumbled for the door handle, locked, tried again, stuck. The shape leaned closer, neck coiling slightly, head inches from hers. It breathed in sync with her shallow panic gasp. Please, she said, let me go. Please, it echoed, let me go.
Stop talking.
Then a new word slipped in at the end, soft as fog. In. Her voice trembled on the key. The engine roared to life. She peeled out, leaving dust and gravel in her wake. The shape faded as she crossed the mile marker, dissolving into the backseat shadows, but she felt it, lingering, learning. The dreams worsened, and now the figure wasn't at the bed's foot. It was in the mirror across the room, watching her watch it. When she turned away, it stepped closer in the reflection. By morning, her own face felt wrong, jaw aching, as if it had been stretched in sleep. She skipped work the next day, drove into town instead, to the library. Musty, stacked, flickering fluorescents. Harlan was there, poring over some yellowed newspaper. Told you, he said, sliding a clipping across the table. 1943. Radio tower incident. Government project testing a long-range signal. Workers reported echo anomalies. Voices repeating commands, but altered. One man went missing. Found days later in the woods, babbling about the listener. Autopsy said his neck was broken, but elongated, like it had been pulled. They're not ghosts, Harlan whispered. Not demons, just echoes. Empty things that need a form to fill. They wait for you to speak, to invite them. Once you do, they become you, piece by piece. Sarah left shaking. That night, she took the long way home. 40 miles of interstate. Safe. Boring. But halfway, her radio crackled. Static. Then, her voice. Don't give her permission. From earlier. Exact. She swerved, nearly clipping a semi. The shape was in the passenger seat again. Clearer now. More her. It turned, mouth opening. In, it said. Just that. In. She screamed, What do you want?
Stop.
Permission? Fine. Take it. Leave me alone. The shape smiled, wide. Too wide. Neck straightening, body unfolding to its full height. Impossible in the car, yet it fit, limbs pressing against the door, head brushing the roof. Thank you, it said in her voice. Perfect now. No distortion. Sarah made it home, locked everything. But in the bathroom mirror, her reflection lagged, just a second behind. When she raised her hand, it waited, then echoed. By morning, she felt taller, Her neck ached. Words came slower, like she was listening before speaking. Folks in Harrow's Bend say they see her sometimes, driving the Echo Mile at night, windows down, humming. But if you listen close, it's not one voice, it's two, in perfect harmony. And if you stop to help, thinking it's a breakdown, don't speak first. Don't give it permission. The end.
She's an idiot. Literally broke every single rule that
Yep.
there was.
That story I recently got permission to tell. And then whenever I read the second story and you're like, don't give her permission. It's like, oh, I gotta read this one.
I don't know. Jesus, take the wheel. You are literally told, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear all of these strange noises on this road, and then you're told what this road is, and yet your dumbass keeps driving down it.
Again.
A moron.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. No. Imbecile.
Yeah.
She was a
40
dodo brain.
miles to get home.
Move.
It added 20 miles to the drive.
Do I look like I care?
Ugh.
Move.
Creepy. I've driven many of back roads, and they can get scary. I will say that.
I have driven many back roads as well.
Yes, you have.
And if they started talking, I think I'd find a different way.
Yeah. One would hope. But if you have to take that road day in, day out.
If it starts talking, I'm going to go a different way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Also, why are you going to talk back to it? See, I talk to myself all the time, though, so, you know.
Yeah, I'll take your wording, your advice with a grain of salt on that one. You do talk to yourself a lot.
Yeah, but I don't hear other people be like, hello, why do I want them to know where they are? Where I am? Like, when you left last weekend to go to the coast with your dad, and Liberty and I are in the room, it's 12:30 at night, we're getting ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then we hear a noise in the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
She did not like that and proceeded to bark, and all of the fur on her entire body stood up. And then what did I do? I grabbed the phone and the pistol, and we cleared the house, but I didn't open the door and go, hello? Who's there? What? They don't need to know where I am. Yeah. I open the door, I let the dog go, and then I clear the bathroom, and I clear this room, and then I look at the cameras. Well, I looked at the cameras before that, but... And then you clear the rest of the house, but you don't go out there and go, hello, oh my gosh, is somebody here? No, you don't do that.
That's something that always kills me in horror movies.
This is why women die first.
I've seen a lot of men do this in horror movies too, so it's not gender specific.
Stupid men die first. Stupid women die first. Because they come out saying, hello, who's there? Like the dude who had the kid knocking at the window.
Oh, yeah.
Hello? Stop doing that.
Yes, so there was the theme in this.
People making stupid choices.
Yep.
Just no. If it is dark outside, if it is not in a spot where it should be, don't say hello. If it's not somebody calling you on your phone, why are you saying hello? Why?
Oh, that's so great.
Dodo brains.
Dodo. All right, I will agree to that.
Mad all over again.
Specifically told not to, and you do it anyway.
You do it anyway. That's like the kid when you say, "Don't touch the pan." That's hot. Let me touch the pan. Oh, that was hot. But moron, I told you it was hot.
Yeah. Some people just have to learn.
Your son almost learned that.
Yeah.
When you're still in the apartment. You had just taken some pizza out, and he was demanding to have it now, and you had already told him. You said it's hot. And he's like, and he comes over to me and goes, I want pizza. And I said, your dad just told you that it's hot. You need to wait. It's not hot. I said, go touch it then. And he goes, no. I said, why not? It's hot.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
yeah, I know.
You're just being an ass. Noah?
Yes.
Yeah, he was an ass. Still is an ass, but he's better.
I pissed off a principal by saying that one time.
Yeah. Other adults don't understand that, yeah, kids are ass.
Yeah.
Kids, kids can suck.
Well, and the day that I was in there, he had bit somebody.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
like, how is that not ass behavior? He bit somebody on the leg.
like, okay.
He had to get on the floor to bite this person. This wasn't a kid. This was an adult he bit.
So,
like,
while me and Jonah, Jonah, and Noah went for a walk.
oh
We're walking, and then they're walking close to, we're not walking in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
We were walking, close to this. There's no sidewalk, so close to all the whatever.
And even if there was, it's icy.
Yeah, so it's all ice. Well, it's that curve, and it's been raining for the past few days.
Yeah.
And so, who would have thought? There's still water there. It's not all 100% frozen. Well, Jonah's walking there. Noah's got boots on.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah has the netted shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those cloth shoes. And he's walking, and he's walking, and he starts walking in the slurry, and he just keeps going. And I look at him like, you think it's smart to walk in there? And he stops, and he's now letting him soak. And he's like, he doesn't know what to do. It's like, dumbass, get out of the freaking water. It is 14 degrees outside. You're walking straight up in water. Like, it came out. I was like, you dumbass. Oh my goodness. Not the smartest choices being made.
He's not made smart choices this week. Let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real. Oh,
Neither has the little one.
Ugh. Okay. All right. So, are you ready to get out of here?
No, you have updates?
Oh, yes, updates. That is correct. Wow. All right. Sure. Let me get to my update.
Well, while you're looking at that, let's talk about the dog next door.
Okay.
So Liberty has a new friend. Our neighbor.
Oh,
she got an adorable little English bulldog.
He's a puppy.
He's probably 3.5 months at this point, right?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. And his name is Bob.
Uh-huh.
And he's so freaking cute. Well, our neighbor has a chain link fence. And then we have a wooden fence because I don't do chain link with my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And so and we have a tree in between our yards. And
there's a nice little gap there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a small one.
But I caught Liberty last week before,
last week,
digging where the puppy is.
Mm-hmm.
And she got in trouble. And then I kind of filled it in a little bit. Well, then I caught her again digging, and then I went out there, and she dug a pretty sizable hole.
Yes, she did.
And then when I went out there to drag her back in there, I noticed that her little friend Bob was also digging. And I'm pretty sure he taught her to do that because she's never
dug. No.
Ever. When she was a puppy, she didn't even do it.
No, she's always like put her paws on the fence and tried to scratch at the fence.
Yes.
But never dug in the ground,
Yep.
and now she is.
So we blame Bob for that.
Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot, Bob.
And he sat on the other side of the fence and was just whining because he wanted to get to her. And I could see I say little paws. He ain't got no little paws, but I see his little paws and his little snoot. And I said, no, buddy, you can't come play.
Mm-hmm.
So I filled that in, and so the person who owned the house before, I don't know what they did to it, but randomly we will find bricks and paver stones in the ground.
Yeah.
And so in their digging, they unearthed a little paver stone brick.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to put this in the hole standing up instead of flat to kind of deter them from digging.
Uh-huh.
And then I put a raised flower bed there that they can't move.
Okay.
Well, because we have a fence that can't go around the tree.
Yeah, it goes next to it. They kind of cut the tree design there, or the outline.
Yeah,
whatever.
so the fence just butts up next to the tree because it's on both of our properties.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw Liberty just ramming her nose into the fence by the tree.
This is dumbass.
And so I went out there, and he was on the other side. Because you can kind of see there's a little gap there between the fence and the tree.
She's a little snoot.
And so she's right there, and I said, no, you have to go inside. And so she's not listening. But then I see him, and he is inside the chain link fence. Like, he is putting his nose right up there on the fence so their noses could touch if that fence was thinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then I try to pick her up to take her inside. And she decided that she was not going to cooperate and tried to wiggle out and do that nipping thing that dogs do when they're not getting their way. And I just went, oh, hell no. I grabbed her by the scruff and I pinned her to the ground. And she was like, oh, that's right. You are the alpha. And then rolled over and presented her belly. And I just glared at her. And I told her, I said, you are not in charge. Would you ever do that to me again? And she was just like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So then I let her up. And I said, get your butt in the house. And she turned around. She was like, yes, ma'am. And she ran into the house.
A perfect dog after that.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, I need to make sure that this little dog can't, if he can get in between the fence, I don't want him to just be able to like run out.
Yeah.
So
we're going to see Bob in our backyard soon.
So I went out front to look in the front of the thing to make sure that there wasn't a gap between the chain link and our fence where he could get through. And it's just the tree has destroyed her side of the chain link there.
Oh, no.
And so he just comes in that little hole right there by the fence, and that's it. And then on the other side of the tree, it goes back up against it. He can't get through, so he can't get out. But I was like, I don't want that to happen. She said she's always wanted this kind of dog.
Yes,
and
yes,
so
she has.
I'm like, we're going to make sure
Liberty,
Bob is okay.
Yeah, Liberty is not a dog-friendly animal.
No. But after that, I came in the house, and she was laying on her bed, and she just kind of looked at me, and then she got up, and she walked over with her head down like, I'm sorry. She like licked my hand. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this the rest of the day. She was like, I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm not going to bark. I'm not going to jump on the fence. Nothing. I'm just going to sit here and be like, I'm a good dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, did you find your
I found my updates. Yes.
Okay, so you got your updates.
Okay. So first update, real quick.
Okay.
It is by Illustrious Ice, 4720, who wrote the dating story.
Oh, okay.
Week. Yes.
Okay.
So we talked about that, and there was some plot holes where he mixed up the names.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I told him, hey, your story was incredibly creepy.
Oh, yeah.
I hope I did it justice. And he responded with, you did, man. Happy you two liked it. Though I did notice the plot hole. Accidentally called Rebecca Shelby a few times. So, I don't know. Hopefully you'll fix that.
Okay,
and,
yeah. That did throw us off for a minute.
Yeah, it did. So I was trying. I reread it a couple times. I was like, no, it's definitely writing, but
it's okay.
It's all good.
We figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out. We're good.
Yeah, as long as you don't get pissed off because we said, hey, we're confused.
Yeah,
we're good.
Okay. The next update. That one was really quick. This one is by Foxy Foxness, who she wrote the first story. Oh,
was that the wood one?
Yeah,
in the woods.
The wood one. Yeah,
okay.
Something's in the woods that's killing my coworkers.
Oh yeah.
I sent a little message. You know, here's a link. Thank you for letting me use your story. Please give it a listen. And then they reply, feels a little fucked up that I was laughing while you were reading about dudes getting murdered, but your wife in the background just going, nope, had me in stitches. If Kaylyn needs closure, you could tell her that Tommy, the last guy, died.
That's depressing.
I know, right?
One would like to hope.
Also, please tell her that she made my night by calling the woman in the story a woodland siren.
Aw, yeah. Doesn't end well for people when they encounter a siren.
Yes, no, it does not.
Adios, Tommy.
Yeah, and she feels sad that that you did not get closure for either of the two stories.
I know.
On that
it's
episode.
My life. It's what he does to me. There's no proper closure ever.
Ever.
He likes to end it like that.
I do. I like those.
Yeah, I don't.
Makes you think.
Yeah, no, that just makes me mad.
Yeah, I've seen way too many stories, or I've seen way too many movies and read way too many stories where the ending is just horrible. Like it's supposed to tie it all up in a nice little knot, nice little bow. And
I guess there's coyotes in our state after all. I understand. Terrible endings.
But it like sometimes you just need to end it with the question mark.
No, that one should have ended with a question mark, not some damn coyote blaming BS. Ooh,
Here she
I'll
goes.
never let that go.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay, so
No more updates.
no more updates.
That's
We're
rude.
all done.
Rude.
So you ready to get out of here?
What are we gonna go do?
Well, I mean, I got to record with Connor.
Whatever. You love Connor more than you love me.
I love you.
Whatever.
Anywho, thank you again, everybody, for listening to the Make Me Believe podcast. Please join us on our socials at the Make Me Believe podcast on Facebook, the group, and Instagram. No Twitter. Should think about that, or X, whatever it's called now.
I don't even know how to use that.
Yeah, me neither.
We are also fully caught up on YouTube. Finally, I am so sorry. I spent all of last Saturday night getting all of that updated. We also have put up there the candy corn story from our Halloween episode to go along with the pictures that we have. So if anybody wants to see that, they can check that out. And basically, you're watching the little movie of it as Adrian tells the story. So that is up there.
It's still a call to arms to make that into a little movie.
Yeah, it is a really cute story.
It is. It so is.
I had to listen to it again to make sure it was all done properly. So
good story.
Yep.
Good job, all the writers that we find, and
that one was Dungeon Marshall.
That one was Dungeon Marshall.
Now, where you at, boy?
I know. I haven't read one of his in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Yep. So follow us on all of there. Share, comment, like, subscribe.
Yes.
All the jazz.
All of it. Please. So before we get out of here, I have a question for you.
Oh, I have an answer.
Do you believe?
No.
No?
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
Maybe next time.
All right. I'll take it. Okay. Well, y'all have a good night.
Maybe.
Oh,
we'll see.
Bye.
Bye.